What's up, my Pongos? Andy Vlogs. Excited to share with you guys this content here. As the title suggests, we're going to be going over a 7-inch monitor that you would be using for, you know, your mirrorless camera, your SLR, whatever camera you need to be able to have a monitor to shoot with. Now, I went through Amazon and found the best recommended one. This is from the folks from Feelworld. This is not a sponsored video, nor have I been in communication with them. I did spend my own money on this because it's something I need to add to the studio. So I thought I would review it here and show you, you know, if this is something that's in your interest and also if it meets your budget. What's nice here is that this is just under $100. It's $94.99 at the time of this video. And so having something there on your camera when you're a little bit far away to be able to see if you've got focus, if you're there, I think it's a good point. I think it's a good thing that you should do. I also have a podcast here where I've got my best camera that's so far away that I really can't control from my phone just because of the nature of my podcast. I need to have a large, bright monitor to be able to see, you know, if I've got the right angle, if I'm capturing focus right and whatnot. So with that said, guys, everything that you see here in the video is going to be in the description down below. Links for the product, pricing, availability. You can see those do help out the channel as they are affiliate links. Nonetheless, this is not a sponsored video. It's obviously a no-brainer why you'd want to get something like this. So let's go ahead and unbox it, put it together, and show you what it looks like. This off-label, no-name brand is from Feelworld. It's a 7-inch HD monitor. It's 1280 by 800, which is nice. That's the aspect ratio, I believe, 4:3. I shoot with an Alpha 7 III on my main camera, and then the camera up above here and some of my other secondary and tertiary cameras are the Alpha 6400, which are compatible. This is HDMI. It powers via DC cable, which is nice, and all of that should be available here. All right, firstly here you've got your little windscreen if you're outside and you want to shoot and make sure that you have full brightness. We're going to take the little shield off here. Here's everything that comes with. Here's the user manual. And then here is the monitor itself. It's very, very compact. First thing you want to do is take off this protective shield. I hate having this thing. There we go. Ooh, that is nice. You've got a 1/4-inch mount here. You do have a mount on the back as well if you wanted to plug in. You can set a battery pack here if that's something that you want to do. You've got all your inputs here, like you've got your USB upgrade if you want. You've got your OSD controller, mic, AV, HDMI, and then DC 12 volt. On the front side here, you've got all of your buttons here: mode, left, right, menu, F1, F2, F3, F4, and then power. And those are all function buttons that you can use. The rest in the box here is basically, you know, the stand, the little shield holder, brackets, all that good stuff, and then hardware. It's nice it comes with a mini HDMI. I have to use micro HDMI, so we'll set that aside. Here's your screen here. That's going to fit right on top. I think I want to have this on for good. You just kind of find the little grooves that it fits on and clip it in. Okay, so I like to have this little shield here because in the event I want to set it down on the, you know, on the table here, it's not going to be, the risk of hitting the monitor itself is going to be reduced. It looks like there's a speaker here on the back, which is nice. I like that addition. The shield here is basically Velcro. You're just going to be slapping it on here on the Velcro. That's what it looks like with the little hood. Here's your bracket mount. Comes with the a ball and head joint. I like that. It seems hefty and metallic. That's nice. Pulling out my micro HDMI cord here. We're going to tighten the ball and head joint. We're going to place it right here so you guys can see on the hot shoe mount. Okay, we got the hot shoe mount connected. You've got quite a bit of articulation with the ball and head joint, and it does tighten really tight, as you can see here. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Powering it on for the first time, as you can see there is the screen. You need to have the 12-volt plug here sold separately, which is what I had separately, which is lucky because I had no idea I needed that. There you go. You can see it adjusts. You got the black bars. Currently, we're set on movie mode. It doesn't have any of the display because I've turned that off. I'll show you guys in a second here. We can swap it to auto. I've changed it to auto now, and you'll see the resolution change. The camera is showing this display. If I wanted to do it that way, I can kind of have it mirror, or I can press up and have it go blank. There's all these different options that you've got available here for how you want to shoot. On the Feelworld side, let's go back through the settings here. You can see that on the first one, you can kind of select what picture profile you want. I'm just going to have it standard, but you've got a bunch of different ones here. And if you want to go to user, you can change the brightness. I can show you how bright it goes. Showing it all the way to 100, it kind of blows out the contrast. You may need to go in and adjust the contrast here in order to get a better picture profile. Going up makes it more dark. Going down makes it more light. Bringing down the contrast here to kind of match the profile. Go down, saturation. We may need to add a little more saturation to that. Going over the settings, you can adjust the aspect ratio if you want. You can have it just scan, which is what I selected. It means that it's pulling, the widest it can. Otherwise, you can have it crop, panorama. I don't really care. P2, I don't know what that is. Auto, I didn't like auto because it's got the bars on the bottom. 4:3, 16:9 if you wanted. Here, I'm just going to have just scan. It brings it all the way to the border. On the no signal, you can have a blue screen, red screen, green screen, black screen. I think I'll have a black screen and like the blue. If you want, you can zoom in if your HDMI doesn't support it. Scan mode, under scan depends on the zoom. Let's go over here to the, other settings in the settings. You can center mark, save frames if you want. Save frame to know where your subject is shooting in. You can do it all the way to the edge, 85, 90, 95. You can do the anamorphic aspect ratio if you want. You can do grid lines, image freeze. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Image flip if you wanted. Horizontal flip, off. ODS flip on. Anamorphic, you can do anamorphic if you want. That's actually pretty awesome. If you got an anamorphic lens, it'll just pull it. I'm going to turn it off though. You can have a histogram if you want, which is nice. You can have false colors, focus assist, peaking color if you want to have the peak, overexposures off, exposure level. There's a lot of different options here, I think, that are pretty awesome if this is something that you want to do. Then you can go in here and program the function buttons. F1 being the histogram. You can make it all of these different options here if you want. This is what it's going to look like. I think that's a great shot. The actual HDMI display details here show up. You have to go into the settings here in the menus for the Sony, and you have to turn on a few things. You go into HDMI settings, and then HDMI display info is off. I don't know why. Okay, now you can see here I've turned off the info display. Now we're seeing exactly what the monitor is seeing. And the screen down here is turned off. So you want to save yourself some battery, you can. If you've got the ability to connect, then you're fine. This is directly from the camera. I think that's pretty nice there. Looks fine to me. All right, my punkies, well, that about does it here. I think this is a really, really good option for the price point. I like all the different features, the ability to be able to rotate it, get it real tight and nice. I like all the functions that the monitor itself has. I like how bright it is. I like how big it is. I like how there's the option that you can connect a battery to it if that's something that you're interested in doing. I like how, honestly, it is pretty user-friendly and it's pretty much plug and play. If this is something that you guys are interested in and adding to your guys' arsenal, to your studio, feel free to check down below in the links in the description. If you want to check out the product and all the pricing, availability, and whatnot, please consider supporting the channel. Otherwise, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.